This WAFL Colts broadcast is brought to you by Electrical Group Training. Considering a career as an electrician, visit egt.net.au to start your journey. Amy, when the bounce serves you a clanger, lucky you're with Amy. And Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes.
With the beauty of hindsight, this game would not have carried much intrigue if it was played some 4 weeks ago. But after the state break and 2 wins in a row, Pure Thunder all of a sudden have emerged as a contender for a spot in the 5. But they face their biggest test of the year, an unbeaten South Fremantle, who are fit and firing and are determined to put the Thunder back down to earth on Friday night football here at Lane Group Stadium. Welcome to our live coverage on the official WAFL YouTube channel on a chilly Friday night in Mandurah. It's Pure Thunder, who have won their last 2 games after not having won a game for nearly 2 years, up against South Fremantle, who are unbeaten with 5 wins out of 5, but also fresh after a 2-week break, with the state game break last week and with their league side taking on the West Coast Eagles the previous week. The ground is in magnificent condition and we have got ourselves a huge clash in prospect, and we look forward to bringing you some great Colts football over the next 2 hours. That's not the only game that we've got for you tonight. Out at Mineral Resources Park, Perth take on West Perth in about 18 minutes time, and we'll give you progress scores right throughout the evening on the official WAFL YouTube channel. It's your home of the EGT WAFL Colts competition, and also the ATCO WAFL W that begins tomorrow. My name's Paul Persick. It's great to have your company here in Mandurah. A chilly Friday night, but the action is going to be red hot. Only one change Pure Thunder has made to their side that beat East Perth 2 weeks ago before the state game break. Bowl McCouch is out. That leaves Pure Thunder a tall option short, but they do bring in Lewis Walter, who's also going to provide plenty of value in that Pure Thunder forward line, complementing the likes of Billy Brooks and Trent Robinson very well as that tall timber inside 50. Trent Robinson, no doubt, he is going to be a key. 4 goals 2 weeks ago in that win over East Perth. Well, South Fremantle, they've had to make a mountain of changes, not only from their State 18s commitments, but also PSA commitments. That continue this week. Samuel Artis, Thomas Heyman, Noah Hayden, Ayrton Howard, Bryce Pauley and Jasper Smith come back into the side. Barnwell Goodlack, Sam Hookham, Luke Bellini, Jara Mullard, Aaron Hedge and Callum Sharlin go out of the Bulldogs side. They had a good win 3 weeks ago over Subiaco to the tune of 6 goals. That was on May the 2nd. That was their last hit out before the 2-week bye they had due to the quirks of fixturing. We also had the West Coast Eagles league side play the South Fremantle league side in round 6. And then, of course, we had the state game break. 5 players had 20 or more possessions that day. Chance Vanderhoek had 24 and Chase Parsons with 20. Jara Hayden up forward. He's got some flair about him inside 50. Jara Hayden, he is a good young forward, and he was brilliant 3 weeks ago, kicking 3 goals out at Hammond Park. Only his 8th Colts game 3 weeks ago. He's lining up for his 9th. As South Fremantle break from their huddle, Matthew Rogers, the coach of the South Fremantle side, really gotten the Bulldogs up a gear after the grand final loss to Claremont last year. Pure Thunder under Stephen Thompson, they've somehow gotten used to winning again. Of course, you saw them here 3 weeks ago on that Friday night here at Lane Group Stadium, where they won by a goal and broke their 2-year winless run. Can they make it 3 wins in a row? It's their 5th night game, all here at Lane Group Stadium. They love playing night football here. Always a nice intimate atmosphere here at Lane Group Stadium on these Friday nights. And for South Fremantle, it's their 4th, having played a couple of night games at home against Claremont and more recently against West Perth on the Anzac Day weekend. The umpires are set to go in the ruck. Oliver Edwards and Darcy Day to start things off here at Lane Group Stadium. We are underway. Round 7 of the EGT WAFL Colts competition. Ball spills to ground. Pringle gets on the end of it. Gets a hurried kick up towards right half forward. 1-on-1. Going back with a fly to the ball. Great mark taken in defence for South Fremantle. The call of Sabo to go in board, and South Fremantle work it to the corridor. They're under pressure. Mopping it up there is Gilla. Goes by hand to Davidson. Kick brilliantly smothered by Nicholas Allen. South Fremantle now finds some space in the corridor. They're going to work through it. The kick falls off Peel's hands. Now on the end of it is Stannard. Good acceleration to give it off to Godwin by hand. His kick was a bit of a wobbler. South Fremantle with some numbers. They thread through. Stannard got pushed off it as soon as he kicked it, and the whistle has sounded. And that is going to be a free kick as a result. Pringle was the offender. Riley Stannard with the free kick was brilliant 3 weeks ago against Subiaco at the start of this month. Laces out his teammate inside 50. That's brilliant vision by Riley Stannard. And a brilliant mark, 45 out from goal. And a chance for the Bulldogs to kick the first goal of the night. It's able to find some space inside 50. Riley Stannard honoured the lead. That was a beautiful ball inside 50 by Stannard. Always got the ability to spot up those leads inside 50 and honour them with precision. So for the first goal of the night, be just inside the 50, slide angle, no breeze to speak of. Drop punt on its way. It's not a bad sort of a kick as far as distance is concerned, but it hit the post. So the Woodwork having a first say on the scoreboard, 1.5 minutes into this opening quarter. All thanks to Electrical Group Training. Great to have them on board in 2026 as Bill Thunder wastes no time. McCaff lowers the eyes, finds Falloon. Falloon 21 touches in their win over East Perth. He's under a bit of pressure. Moved away slightly from his mark. He has to go back toward the goal mouth. Under a bit of pressure there was Entz. Was able to recover, but stopped in his tracks. Holding the ball. That's a brilliant running chase. And that free kick is going to go the way of Jai Hunt. He just kept on running, putting the pressure on Entz, who spilt the mark. And that was a tackle just waiting to happen. And Jai Hunt could reward his good work with the first goal of the night. Tight angle. Wrong side for a left footer. And he's sliced it to the near side for another behind. So Peel can breathe a sigh of relief for the moment. 2 behinds plays no score. If you're just joining us here at Lane Group Stadium, you're watching on the official WAFL YouTube channel, which is your home of WAFL Colts and WAFL W in 2026, as Davidson brings it back into play out towards right centre wing. Oh, big fly from the side. Austin Lakias. He's got it in front of our broadcast position. No options presenting, so he has to go down the line towards left half forward. Huge pack of players. Great mark going back with the flight. This time, Jarrah Hayden, and that's going to be 50. Approaching in the protected area, so that gives another chance for South Fremantle to pepper the forward 50. This is Hayden. Hayden signifies he's going to go long and commits to it. They'll contest about 30 metres out. No contest. Tremendous mark. Inside defensive 50. Chopped up again by the Thunder. The kick just wide of the intended target in Lakias. And he's out of play. And a little bit of howdy-do there between Lakias and Douglas. Doesn't appreciate the close checking, nor does Stannard. We'll have a boundary throw in on right half forward. Bill Thunder having not entered the ball inside forward 50 once. South Fremantle already have done it twice. Palm down, putting his head toward the football was Clark. Taken in the tackle, trouble brewing, and it's courtesy of Kobe Douglas. He's got the free kick. On the forward side of centre, front of our broadcast position. Who does he go to? Tells a little bit of candy, gets around Clark. His kick undoes all that build-up. It's marked by Beau Falloon. A couple of easy marks inside that defensive 50. He goes short to find Whelan. Whelan, piercing ball, clearing the 50. Well, unable to take clean possession was his Peel teammate. It's Entz who puts himself under pressure, gets dragged to ground. We'll ball it up. Just looking a little flat-footed, Peel Thunder, as far as their disposal is concerned in the early going. South Fremantle's forward pressure resulting in turnovers early. They're playing some really good pressure football in the early minutes, South Fremantle. That's a testament to their season form. They're a pressure-heavy side, the Bulldogs. 5 wins out of 5. Considering a career as an electrician, visit egt.net.au to start your journey. Providing the spark out of midfield was Pringle. His kick went looking for Robinson, who was brilliant last week. And now Peel have got the run on. Handball over the top to Faithful. Has to scoot round 2 would-be tacklers. Onto that left foot. Goes looking for McCann. Overruns it. Now South Fremantle with numbers. Work it back out of the defensive 50. Well done there by Vanderhoek. And now South Fremantle through player in Godwin. Was able to go long and penetrate some territory, but ineffective. Their credit, Pure Thunder, getting some intercept marks early. Getting some further territory being won by the Bulldogs. That kick across the ground is intended for Fenton, who taps it to his advantage. He comes under immediate pressure from Hayden. He makes a good tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Douglas putting his head over the football. Hayden goes back for another bite of the cherry. And he gets rid of Gilla. He'll ball it up on right centre wing here at Lane Group Stadium. Both sides still searching for their first goal. On Friday night football, it's a chilly afternoon. Not much dew on the ground, but it's looking in magnificent condition. South Fremantle with numbers around the football, but it's Ward that wins it out. Gets rid of it in a hurry. Getting it out of play was Artis for the Bulldogs. Ball it up, will have a boundary throw in. Zach Godwin, he's got the task on Trent Robinson tonight. That'll be a matchup worth watching. Godwin not giving away much height against Robinson, who has been that valuable key up forward over their last 2 wins. It was a big threat against West Perth, but inaccurate in front of goal. But this time, 2 weeks ago against East Perth, he really had his kicking boots on. 4 goals, 2 in that 5-goal win. Peel have got it inside their forward 50. Big thump away. McCann. He's outrun on this occasion. Hayden. South Fremantle. Again, just find a way to clear that defensive 50. Great acceleration by Godwin. Look at the space he's got through the corridor. Godwin, like a tank, charging to the forward half. He sends it long, inside 50. Jai Hunt going back, takes the mark. That is brilliant play by Godwin. He went for the space in the corridor and just went through it like a hot knife through butter, and then was able to spot up Jai Hunt, waited the kick enough for Hunt to go back with the flight of the ball and mark almost directly in front, 35 out from goal. The goal would be a just reward for the work Godwin put in that transition from defence into attack. Hunt from 35 metres out. He's put it through for the first goal of the evening. Great conversion by Jai Hunt. His first goal after missing an earlier attempt. It's taken 8 minutes for the first goal to be kicked. It was off the boot of Jai Hunt. His 3rd Colts game for the South Fremantle side was held to 1 goal from 9 touches 3 weeks ago in their last hit out, but they had 12 more inside 50s. But gee, what about the run and carry of Godwin to set that chance up? Here's a speedster out of half back. Created a great opportunity, which was converted back in the middle. 1-2 plays, no score. Edwards goes up. His handball almost mopped up by Godwin. He was taken around the shoulder, and he's going to get the free kick. He's got it alongside the centre circle, just slightly in front of it, albeit. Spots an option short. There he is, Hunt. Been an early threat in that forward half. Spots up a target. Ball spills out of hands. Whelan under pressure. Now Peel having to pull the trigger, being a little handball happy. Chopped off by Coote. He's written into the ground. South Fremantle with some numbers. Here's Jarrah Hayden. He's worried out of it. So too Smith. Gang tackle. Forcing a stoppage and a ball up. 35 to 40 metres out from South Fremantle's goal. The Bulldogs have started well. Edwards with a big thump away. On the end of it is Clark. Hildebrandt does well. Give it off to Davidson on the burst, and the Thunder clear the defensive half. 2-on-1. No real contest. In the end, the mark taken by Robertson. Piercing ball towards half forward. Not his best kick, but running after it is that man Martin. Martin worried out of it. A chance now for South Fremantle. Howard. And now Godwin. Turns his opponent inside out. South Fremantle will clear that defensive 50. A bit of a wobbly old kick there. 5 Peel players out the back of the ball. Hildebrandt wheels onto that left foot, goes only as far as Dylan Noble. Noble lowers the ice, spots up Douglas. He plays on, gets it back now to Noble on the burst, over the top to Parsons. South Fremantle again looking dangerous. Handball was taken by Smith, and now a chance for the Bulldogs inside 50. A kick off a step. 2-on-2 at the tip of the goal square. Hunt again. What a start Jai Hunt is having. He's got it directly in front, 10 metres out from goal. And to make it 2 straight goals for the Bulldogs and for Jai Hunt. He's only 174 centimetres, so he's that small forward option that can make the Talls' workload a little easier and not rely on those tall forwards that have been kicking their goals this season. So Jai Hunt for his second goal, directly in front. He makes no mistake. Jai is on the hunt for goals. He's got 2. Great start by Jai Hunt. He's got the first 2 goals of the match. The live wire up forward. He's looking dangerous early. And Peel Thunder, a couple of chances inside 50. Haven't been really effective with their disposal going forward. South Fremantle looking rather polished. 2-2 plays no score. 13.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter here at Lane Group Stadium. Friday night football. Don't get no better than this. Day and Edwards each got a hand to it. Peel with a chance through Russell. Sends it forward. 1-on-1. That's Godwin and Money. That should be a very good battle, no doubt about that. Going to be a free kick. Going to go the way of James Money. Money and Godwin just deliberating who has got the free kick. A little bit of debate going on. But that is going to be the lasso rule applied by the umpire. It's going the way of James Money, who's been in great form in recent weeks. Sends it long to the hot spot. 15 metres out. Big fly. Did Robertson hang on to that one? No. Spills to ground. Ball up. He really had to fly there. Robinson almost crashing through the pack using that frame of his. He is a big unit, is Trent Robinson. A damaging weapon up forward. Good strong tackle there by Tom Ward, and he's awarded the free kick. And in fact, it's going the other way. It was over the shoulder. I have to say, Ward was a little bit unlucky there. Zach Godwin, he's got the free kick. To be his 5th disposal. Started well in his first quarter. Long ball, 1-on-1. Off the hands of Entz. Gets a hurried kick away up towards half forward. Noble. Under a bit of pressure. Money dragged to ground. Umpire says, give it to me. Past halfway in this opening quarter. 2-2 plays, no score. We'll also keep you up to date with the other game that's going to be in progress shortly. That's Perth and West Perth under lights at Mineral Resources Park. That too will be a game full of intrigue. Ball at ground level. It's there to be won. Noble put his head over it. Van der Hoek now sends his teammate off to the races. It's that man again, Godwin, with great acceleration, but maybe just ran out of petrol at the last moment. Falloon gets a hurried kick away. Noble at ground level, couldn't take the mark. Strong tackle by Stannard forces a ball up inside 50. Outside just wasting the ball in that last passage. Peel have got it back to their 50. Walter in the ruck this time. Peel Thunder, he's up against Darcy Day. Ball not going anywhere further. Walter and Day. Day with a big leap. Ward. He gives it off by hand. He gets it back. Touched off the boot. Play on, you heard the call there. Great second effort by Clark. But it's all in vain as South Fremantle again win back possession and force it out of the defensive half. Long kick to a 1-on-1. Great work there by Lakias. He's under pressure. Just got it away in time. Tapped on there by Heyman. Hill again just getting some numbers at the coalface, but the pressure by South Fremantle has been immense. McCoff in and amongst it, but it's Coote that wins it back for South Fremantle. He goes by hand to Stewart. On his best disposal. Douglas. Now Godwin. Treating ground. Short ball intended for Day. Takes it on the half volley. Goes inboard toward the corridor. That's not a bad sort of a kick. It was favouring there for Allen. Now his teammate can guide this one long. That is great vision again. This time it's Ayrton Howard, who marks 45 out from goal. He's a long way out, but he's going to back himself in and give South Fremantle their 3rd straight goal. Ayrton Howard didn't play in their side that beat Subiaco quite handsomely 3 weeks ago. 187 centimetres, only his 2nd game of the season. Just inside the 50. Kick just offline and one behind. South Fremantle, they've peppered the goals all this quarter. Peel Thunder have not had a realistic opportunity at goal up forward. Going to play it out wide again. That's what they like to do. Just try and open up the space on the outer side. It was not a good kick. Parsons couldn't take clean possession. Edwards gets wrapped up by Stannard and will ball it up. On the appropriately named Hayden Ballantyne wing. Legend of WA football. Played at Peel, of course, at the Fremantle Dockers. There to be won, and Lakias gets on the end of it. Kicks long to a one-on-one. Artis led in the race, but he's got some backup. Artis will get it back by hand. Here comes Lakias like a tank. That was a brilliant tackle, Lakias. And again, a little bit of back and forth. This game's taken on a new life in the last 2 weeks. I know both these teams would not have penciled this game as a bit of a danger for both sides 4 weeks ago, but after Peel Thunder won their last 2 games, certainly has carried plenty of intrigue. And now Peel, their pressure has forced the ball to go into their forward 50. But again, South Fremantle, their tackling has been tremendous so far this season, and again tonight, but Peel will get it back. Clark, Grubbers one along the ground. It's about 15 metres out from goal. South again, the numbers game, working to effect. Long ball to a 3-on-1. Over the top, McCann with the spoil. They need an option up forward, Peel, but it's South Fremantle again. That'll look to work their way out of the defensive 50. Noble put his head down, so too Lakias. He gets wrapped up. And a ball up, but before we do, the blood rule has been signalled by the umpire. As you can see there, the Peel Thunder player having to go off. In fact, 2 Peel Thunder players having to go off with the blood rule. It's the X that was made there by the umpire. The clock will continue to run. 25 minutes flat. The WAFL Colts competition. Peak stoppage. Jai Hunt with the only 2 goals of the game if you've just tuned into the WAFL YouTube channel for the first time tonight. Gang tackle on Pringle. Not much territory being won in that last passage, so we'll ball it up. Edwards with 7 hit-outs at the present time, beating Day by 4. Make that another one for the Pure Ruckman. Pringle, he gets gang tackled. Stewart giving him the brunt of it. At 52 metres out, South Fremantle's goal, from Peel's goal rather. Big thump from Day. Spills to ground, putting his head down, Giller. Gang tackled once again, South Fremantle. Strong tackling side, the tackle count really tells. 17-6 in this first quarter. Edwards in front, lost out to Paulie, but there's a free kick. Edwards was taken high in that ruck contest. And he's got the ball 60 out from goal. Big chance here for the Thunder to get some scoreboard pressure. A long ball goes looking for Robertson. Big fly, couldn't hang on. Waiting down Martin, and it's rushed through for a behind. Peel getting their first score. Not the score that they would have wanted, but been able to finally penetrate the forward 50, but with minimal reward. Here's Stannard, as South Fremantle waste no time in bringing it back to the centre. Allen diving to ground, has taken the mark. Goes across the ground, that's a good kick. Jasper Smith. His second disposal, lowers the eyes and finds Nicholas Allen once again. 5.5 minutes to go on the EGT scoreboard. Long ball from Allen, down the line to a contest. Big fly, almost the mark. 2 Bulldog players went at it. And it's allowed the Thunder to force the turnover. Out to Davidson. He goes across the face, it's an ambitious kick. But if you take marks like that, it's good enough. It's Cohen Tuck. He's marked on right half back. Looking for an option, a rather short one. McCoff barely making the required distance. Down the line. Big leap from behind, Tom Ward. Ward in front of our broadcast position, surveying the options up the field. Being told to get a move on. Look at how South Fremantle have got Peel well covered. They prevented Peel from getting some space down the line, so they're going to have to force the switch here, Peel. Enst. Enst's kick is a good one, honouring the lead of Whelan. Whelan again conceding territory, back to that defensive 50. South have got them hemmed in. They're not giving them any room to move at the moment. McCaff spilling the mark, but he's able to tidy up the fumble. Wobbly kick up towards midfield. Comes off the hands of McAuliffe, but Lunk's a fortune if you're Lachias. Kicks long, inside 50, one-on-one. Spilling that one was Hayden, was a tough one. Can he recover? He can, but he's under pressure from Martin. In comes Robinson to lend a hand. Robinson over the top now. Tough handball. Brooks, his kick smothered by Noble. Trickles toward the boundary line and it goes over. We'll have a throw in. Well, Peel had an easy chance at goal, but somehow they made it hard for themselves. Robinson maybe had Martin in his sights. If he went his way with the handball, it would have resulted in a possible shot at goal. Centering ball. Giller running onto it. Takes a great mark directly in front. He'll kick from about 40. That'll be for Peel's first goal if Giller can steer it through. It's one of Peel's best 2 weeks ago. 25 touches, 8 marks and 4 tackles. Usually around that 20-plus disposal mark. Directly in front, starts right, and it stays right. A minor score with 2 minutes 40 remaining in this first quarter. Guy Hunt with the only goals of this game, both belonging to South Fremantle. Now it's brought back into play. Long ball to a contest, waiting down his day. Just misjudged it, Falloon with the fist. McCann brought down and chopped off by McAuliffe. Inboard to the corridor. Paulie takes it and goes. Long kick up towards full forward. Leading back in the race is Howard, but he's got some support in the form of Matera. Matera, can he keep it in play? He does. He goes to ground. There's going to be a free kick. It's a free kick to Matera. He's got it in the pocket. The umpire deemed Matera to have been shoved out of it with hands in the back. Cooper Matera for the Bulldogs' third straight goal. A couple of steps, and he's kicked the goal. Matera makes it 3 straight for South Fremantle. And that is with about a minute and a half to go before quarter time. Cooper Matera has made it 3 straight goals for the Bulldogs. They lead 3-3 to 2 behinds. South Fremantle making the most of their chances deep in the forward 50. 2 goals through great leads from Jai Hunt and then a free kick, depending on your point of view if it was there or not. Cooper Matera off a couple of steps from the boundary, slots it home. And we restart with a minute to go in this opening quarter. Big thump from Day. Parsons taps it to his advantage. Stopped in his tracks by Pringle and 2 Peel players. Handball chopped off again. South Fremantle looking very dangerous. The kick to a one-on-one. 40 metres out. Great work by Fenton. He's dispossessed. Tries to tap it to the advantage of his teammate. But again, the Bulldogs will win it out of the congestion. On the burst, Allen goes by hand to Parsons. Long ball, 15 metres out. Sitting and waiting. Here comes Allen. Kicks across his body, up and under kick. Paulie sat and waited. The fist from behind came from Tuck. And that'll be a behind. And that'll just about be the last score of this first quarter. It's been all South Fremantle. Peel had their chances up forward, just couldn't capitalise. And South Fremantle will go into quarter time with a 20-point lead here at Lane Group Stadium. 3-4-22 to 2 behinds. Jai Hunt with 2 goals and Cooper Matera kicking one with 90 seconds remaining before the first change. The undefeated league leaders looking the goods early. It's 3-4 to 2 behinds. We'll be back with more WAFL Colts action in just a moment.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell them you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
Quarter time here at Lane Group Stadium. Friday night EGT WAFL Colts football. It's the round 7 clash between Peel Thunder and South Fremantle. And it was all South Fremantle in that first quarter. 3-4-22. 2 behind. And 2 key standouts from that first quarter. Jai Hunt in particular with 2 goals. With some great leading inside 50. Converting those opportunities in the first quarter. And Zach Godwin, he's got 8 disposals for South Fremantle. But what about the setup he created for Jai Hunt with that first goal? His run off half back, the space he was able to penetrate through the corridor, laced out Jai Hunt with a beautiful kick inside 50 and was rewarded with a great goal. But Peel Thunder, Jethro Davidson with 8 disposals, James Whelan with 5, but the backline has really had to work overtime, especially against the plethora of South Fremantle inside 50 entries. They had 10 in that first quarter. Peel Thunder had 11, but they mostly came late in the quarter and not to great effect, unfortunately. Their forward line is looking a little bit fragmented at the moment. They're not getting much out of Robinson. He's only had 2 touches. Same thing can be said for Billy Brooks. He only had it once. Second term underway, 20 points the margin. Big thump from Day. Ball spills loose, waiting down at the front was Day. Tackle made on Drew Clark, and he's not going anywhere further. We'll have a ball up. In the other game, that is in progress at the present time. It's at Mineral Resources Park under lights, and it is West Perth leading Perth 2 goals 13 to no score over there at Lath Lane. So West Perth getting off to a great start against the Demons under lights. Centering ball, 2-on-1. 15, play on. Pringle dispossessed. Now Vanderhoek goes by hand to Thomas Heyman, who had a quiet first quarter. A wobbly kick towards half forward. Great work there by McCath. And Peel will look to break free from those defensive shackles South Fremantle create. But it won't look like that, however. Great work by Noble. Attacking the football with desperation, and here they go again through the corridor. Stannard, handball under pressure, asked a lot of Douglas. Great desperation by Douglas there. Handball smothered. And now Money. Giller. Strong tackle there by McAuliffe. Whistle has sounded. There's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Peel. It looked like there was a push out. It was. Giller steers the ball to the near side. Enst. Ceding ground. And this is what we talked about earlier. South Fremantle's forward pressure hemming Peel in, forcing them to go back into their shell inside defensive 50. And it's worked wonders so far in this game. Fenton. Fenton searching for options. He has to go to a 2-on-2 here. Edwards the tall option. Ball spills in front. Chance now for Hunt. Pulls it around the body towards goal. Not going to make the distance. Even numbers at the coalface. Fenton, he gets written into the ground by Coote. We'll ball it up in the forward pocket. So again, it's been South Fremantle controlling the game and the tempo. It's on their terms at the moment. Edwards palms it down towards the face of goal. They're not tempted to rush it through. That's great work there by Enst. Sweeping handball to accommodate McCoff. Kicks long up towards centre wing. Big fist from behind. That was from McAuliffe. And again, the numbers game for South Fremantle to great effect. That's a good ball from McAuliffe onto the chest of Jarrah Hayden. He's going to play on with that big left foot. Covers great distance with the kick. 2-on-1. Big fist over the top. Waiting down was Fenton. Ducks his head. Gets stopped in his tracks by Coote. Kick was across the face, but that was after the whistle had sounded. And it'll be a ball up. The umpires communicating well to make sure that matter was resolved as quick as a flash. Edwards in front with the palm down. Clark under pressure. He gets gang tackled. It's not going anywhere further. 2 games tomorrow. The EGT WAFL Colts, both with plenty of intrigue surrounding them. Claremont take on East Perth and Subi play Swan Districts. That is at Steel Blue Oval in Bassendean. Claremont and East Perth at Revo Fitness Stadium, both starting in the morning. They should be great clashes, both of them. Bruce Pauly. Godwin, who was brilliant in the first quarter. Left foot, long ball up towards full forward. Able to chop that one off is Whelan. Across the face of goal. Here's McCoff. Peel under enormous pressure. They need to find some functionality around the ground, and they haven't been able to find any. Heyman, great mark at full stretch. Got some great marking players have South Fremantle at both ends of the ground too. Heyman, plenty of distance with the kick. They'll contest 35 metres out over the top. Coote couldn't hang on to that one. That would have been a mark of the night contender. Peel again trying their best to clear that defensive half, but the Bulldogs' pressure just holding them down. But that is going to be a last touch rule, and that was inside the 50 somewhat. That is going to be in favour of Heyman for South Fremantle. Heyman is about 60 to 65 out from goal. Perhaps too far out to score. He wants to spot up a lead, but there's none presenting. Sends it long, up toward the face of goal. Big leap over the top from Howard. Couldn't hang on to that one. Roving it brilliantly was Fenton. High kick. Bouncing just inside the line, but the lasso signal's made again. The whistle has sounded. There's a stoppage of the game, and a player is going off. I want to find out who that is. So, South Fremantle player, he's walking on his own accord. That's good news, but the trainers are assisting him off. That is Sam Coote, who's off the ground there. At least he's able to walk on his own accord. But he's walking rather gingerly back to the Bulldogs bench. Let's hope he's okay. The clock will continue to run. 25-minute flat quarters, these Colts games. They're back in action. The ball's in the hands of Xavier Allen. Buys about 10 metres. He launches from 55 metres out. Peel with the numbers. Edwards couldn't take the mark. Throwing it onto his boot was Howard across the face of goal. Awkward bounce. Able to wait down was Enst. Good play there by Enst. Brilliantly done. Gets it out to Fenton. Kicks down the line. Leading in the race is the intended target. Hunt is against Heyman. Well done by Hunt to keep it alive, but ran out of room. Boundary throw in. On left centre wing. No score has been added since the start of this term. Been the same as it was at quarter time. 3-4-22 to 2 behinds. Thrown in. Edwards in front position. Now Peel with the numbers out the front of the football. Hildebrand working very hard in that passage. He gets it off now to Enst. His kick was intended for Davidson. In fact, that's Russell, I should say. And he's had a quiet night as well. Loose ball. Bryce Pauly, great setup to force the turnover. A hurried kick inside 50. Waiting down there was Howard. Here's a chance. Quick hands and the swooper. Smith, open goal. He pumps it home. Opportunistic but effective. Jasper Smith gets the first of the quarter. And the swooper taking the handball on the run, Jasper Smith. He gets the first goal of the second term. Almost a mirror image of the first because that came 8 minutes in. And South Fremantle extend their quarter-time lead to 26 points. 4-4 to 2 behinds. Got some time to keep you up to date with the other match. Perth have fought back. They kicked a one late goal. And at quarter time, it's 1-4-10 to 2-1-13. It's West Perth leading by 3 points over Perth. So a closer game at Lathlane, but South Fremantle here at Lane Group Stadium in Mandurah is showing why they are top of the pops at the moment. Day got the tap out. Loose ball's there to be won. Hunt got first to it, tackled by his fellow number 29 in Stewart for South Fremantle, and will ball it up. In South Fremantle, win that clearance and slipping to ground, but hanging on to the mark on the second attempt, Matera. Matera 70 out from goal, surveying the options inside 50, but he wants to go long. Usually a long distance kick, and that's no exception. Out to the tip of the goal square, out the back, Howard, goal! Anton Howard has kicked the Bulldogs' second goal in a minute, and the second goal of the quarter. It's his first of the night. South Fremantle, they've put their foot on the accelerator to start this term, and they have a 32-point lead here at Lane Group Stadium in Mandurah on a chilly Friday night. And it's looking quite ominous at this stage. If you might recall, last time these two sides met, round 11, Peel Thunder only had one goal on the board for the entire game. South Fremantle kicked 10-16. Is this an omen for things to come here tonight? Well, it's still early days, and we shall have to wait and see. Loose ball's there to be won. Tackle missed by Edwards. On the end of it is Day. Swooping handball over the top. It'll come back to Day. Day tries to do the palm off. Lost possession. Lucky not to be pinged for dropping that one. He'll go over the top now to Douglas. Douglas's kick finds the lead of Matera. That's his third mark. Piercing ball, honouring the lead of Jai Hunt. He's going for his third. And he did most of the early damage in the first quarter. He's looking to inflict more in this second. Jai Hunt, junior from Mundajong, for goal number 3. Just inside the 50. Has it got the carry? It hasn't. In comes Howard, off the boot. He's got another one. Ayrton Howard with 2 goals straight, and South Fremantle have kicked the only 6 goals of the game. Brilliant presence of mind from Howard. Ball spills out the front. Howard got to it, threw it onto his boot. And he has got South Fremantle's 6th goal. And it's the only 6 goals of the game. Peel yet to register a major. 38-point margin in favour of the league leaders. The Bulldogs, they're starting to really flex their muscles tonight. Those 3 goals in this second quarter coming in the space of 3 minutes. Smith getting the first, and then Howard getting the last 2. Can Peel get a steadier? Try and stop the bleeding. And they get that centre clearance, which is very important. And that's a good mark taken by Money. Money surveying the options with that left foot. Driving ball inside 50. Big leap. Martin. Tiger Martin, like a tiger. Brilliant mark over the top. He might back himself here, one would sense. 55 metres out. A long kick to the tip of the goal square. Robertson. He's been well held so far in this game, but if you let him out of his cage, then he is going to tear any back line up. Well, South Fremantle kept him caged in the first quarter and for much of the second. But then again, this second quarter, the ball hasn't really gone down his way that often. So Robinson, he's decided he's going to let himself loose. Great pack mark. Peel need this one. And how fitting it could come off the boot of their most effective forward. The goal umpire had to do a bit of shuffling, but he snuck it home. Some say that was lucky, but you got to make your own luck in this game. Trent Robinson has got his and Peel's first of the night. It was a bit of a collective gasp, thinking that Robinson might have missed that one. But to his and the crowd's relief, he was able to sneak that one home. Spare a thought for the goal umpire too, who had to do a bit of disco shuffling. And he's kicked that one, and it's given Peel Thunder a bit of a steadier, but still a lot of work to do as far as they're concerned. Back in the centre. Day got the palm down against Tuck. Not going anywhere further. It's only travelled about a couple of centimetres. Day, great athleticism. Darcy Day in the ruck for the Bulldogs. Winning it out, Gualter. Loose ball, Pringle. It's around 1. Throws it onto his right foot. Towards right centre wing. Great use of the body there. Zach Godwin. Bit of a quieter second quarter so far by his standards, but just the way he's able to make things happen. Godwin is going to get it back from Stannard. You can't keep him out of it. Long ball up towards full forward. Centre target was Matera. Here's a chance now for South Fremantle. It's come off the boot of Hunt. He's got goal number 3. Now looking at this passage, the loose ball, Hunt had it go his way and got the dribbler towards goal. Isn't he pumped up or what? Jai Hunt with goal number 3. He's catching fire in this game. And South Fremantle go to 7-4-46. Pure Thunder 1-2-8. South Fremantle have turned this second quarter into an absolute mauling. We thought Robertson's goal would have been a much needed steadier, but South Fremantle answering the challenge in the best way they can through their best forward so far. Dayan Edwards. Edwards on the end of it. Pringle. It's the kick away. It's a bit of a wobbler. Good gather by McCann. He gets slung to the ground. Play on, says the umpire. Great tackle by Lakias. We'll ball it up. Are you a bright spark on the search for an electrical apprenticeship? Visit egt.net.au to discover more. Great supporters, EGT, of WAFL Colts football in 2026. Getting hands to it was Vanderhoek. Almost up to 10 disposals so far is Chase Vanderhoek. Ball spills out. Waiting out front was Giller. Goes by hand to Lakias. Over the top to Pringle. Now Peel work their way towards the forward side of centre, but Hayden stops them in their tracks. He combines there with Vanderhoek. And a great chain here by South Fremantle. Allows McAuliffe to go across the ground. Godwin spilling the mark. He should have taken that one. Faithful's there. Almost a high tackle. Pure Thunder player was playing for that one. Godwin again just swooping in. It's wrapped up. Still able to get it out. Heyman slips over. Now a chance for Vanderhoek. Sends it long from 50 metres out. It's a goal. It's raining goals at Lane Group Stadium, and they're all courtesy of the red and white. Vanderhoek running to 55 and was able to get enough carry on that one. Another goal for South Fremantle. Makes it 5 individual goal kickers for the Bulldogs. Paddy Rogers in the coach's box next to me has got a grin from ear to ear so far at this start. He knows there's still a half and 8 minutes to go. But so far, judging by his expression in the box next to me, grinning from ear to ear at South Fremantle's first half. Edwards wins it down. Rushing off the tackler is Russell. Stops and props and has to kick a real wobbler towards half forward. Great link up again. Allen goes to McAuliffe. Sends it long towards half forward, one-on-one. Ball spills out the back. Waiting down there was Whelan. Dragged to ground, holding the ball. Matera. He's really come into the game in this quarter. He's got the free kick about 25 to 30 metres out. Pile on more misery for the Thunder and more delight for the Bulldogs. Matera looking to better his efforts of 3 weeks ago. He kicked 1 goal from 9 touches to make it a 6-goal quarter and a 50-point margin. With the right foot, Cooper Matera has put this one straight through the middle. South Fremantle are piling on the punishment. And so South Fremantle go to 9-4-58. Peel Thunder 1-2-8. It's a 50-point margin. If you're just tuning in for the first time, EGT WAFL Colts action from Lane Group Stadium. And so far, it is all thumbs up for South Fremantle. And the other game in progress, 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. West Perth leading by 8 points over Perth, 3-1 to 1-5 as we get back to the centre. Edwards, like a thief in the night, tried to steal that one, but he got pinged. He had an ample opportunity to get rid of it. That's holding the ball. Bryce Pauly alongside the centre circle, sends it long towards full forward. Players going down like 9 pins. Enst, under pressure, goes by hand to Fenton. Swings onto that left foot. Leading back in the race for Loon. Under pressure from Matera. Tuck. And now asking for trouble is Peel Thunder. Pringle received the hospital hand pass, and again Matera right in the thick of it. 5.5 minutes remaining before half time. South Fremantle again looking dominant. Matera dispossessed, and now a chance for Ward to clear. Long ball, almost a one-hander there from Godwin. As if he can't pull any more rabbits out of that red and white hat here at Lane Group Stadium tonight. Bulldogs with the numbers. Godwin again. Oh, gets past 3 would-be tacklers. He's as elusive as anything is Zach Godwin, and laces out his teammate. Just great football by Zach Godwin. He has been the star of the show, dare I say it. He's able to lace out his teammate. Jasper Smith. This for the Bulldogs' 10th goal. From 51 metres out, sets sail for home. It's a good-looking kick. Off hands, but won't matter. Peel Thunder have got a free kick. Again, Peel Thunder work it out wide. Marked in the back pocket. Offering a lead was McCoff, but he's ignored, and Peel again going to that shell. Enst goes looking for Edwards. He waited for that one. Bryce Pauly got the fist on it. Was able to tap it onto Tuck. Now his teammate has a chance of clearing, but that kick goes over the head of his intended target in Faithful. The lasso signal made. Free kick going the way of McAuliffe. McAuliffe centres the ball. Does it brilliantly to Smith. Smith out to Godwin again. Gets past one. Couldn't get past the second. Holding the ball. That's one of the rare times Godwin has been stopped in his tracks. Can Peel capitalise on it? A wobbly kick. South Fremantle had the numbers, but Hunter merged with it. Centering kick, one-on-one. Walter rides the bump and takes the mark. Out to Money. From 50 metres out, sets sail for home. And that is a behind. It would have been a team lifter for Peel Thunder, just to boost the morale a little bit. It's 139 to 9-4. Noble marks and takes play to the outer side. Over the top there. Smith once again. Fit disposal now for Jasper Smith. Kicks down the line. Goes over the intended target. Bounce in favour for Howard. And now Day. Stannard. 55 metres out. Long ball inside 50. Howard over the top. No mark. Waiting down there was Davidson. Kick to a one-on-one. Hunt misjudged it. Once again, South Fremantle with plenty of running power. Douglas, clever. Onto the lead of that man, Smith. Just the game awareness that South Fremantle have got, and against any opposition, has been nothing short of impressive. They've been able to spot targets everywhere. Their forward line is so mobile. Peel Thunder just not finding any way to answer South Fremantle's rampant movement. Jasper Smith from on the paint of 50. That's not a bad sort of a kick. It's going to hold its line. It's not. Just swinging away at the last moment in a minor score. So it's back to an even 50. Short ball again. Not meeting their targets, Peel Thunder, at the moment. South Fremantle just running rampant all over them. Allen putting pressure on. Peel eventually cleared out of the 50, but it's out of bounds on the full. And the ball is a long way away. Spare a thought for the fan there, having to nearly go into pitch black darkness there to get the ball, but at least he has got it. Wasn't too far away from the fence in the end. Nicholas Allen has got the free kick. He's about 55 metres out from goal. We're into the last minute of the first half. Allen going for distance. I'm afraid that kick is not better. James Whelan got the ball in the back pocket with 40 seconds remaining. 6-1 this quarter. South Fremantle having that preceded by 3-0 first quarter, as Edwards flies over the pack, takes a great mark. And they muster up one more chance at a score, Peel Thunder. Long kick to a contest. Godwin again working hard. Comes out to Foster Scherzer, who's been quiet. Under pressure, Godwin taken in the tackle, will ball it up, so there'll be no more time for a score. Been a great first half by the league leaders. South Fremantle proving why they are on top of the ladder as the siren goes to end the second quarter. And at half-time, it's South Fremantle 9-5-59 to Peel Thunder 1-3-9. A 50-point margin at the long break. We'll take you through some of the leading possession getters before we go to the break. 13 touches for Zach Godwin. He was brilliant. So too Chase Vanderhoek, who has 13. 11 for McAuliffe. And 10 for Hunt. While for Peel Thunder, Davidson has 14. And Whelan has 12. And 9 for McKenna Pringle. Leading goal kickers, Hunt has 3 and Howard 2. And the only goal for Peel was kicked by Trent Robinson. At the long break, it's South Fremantle leading by 50 points over Peel Thunder. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell me if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy. So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out 'cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now. I waited for you in the passenger seat. There's only so far I can ride in your dreams. While you were chasing everything else but me, I'm starting to break out from your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. I'm not backing down, 'cause the future is now. Not backing down, 'cause the future is now. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a dance. We'll do the rock. Let's have a ball. Well, don't tell her if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy. So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around.
Welcome back to Lane Group Stadium, Friday night football in the EGT WAFL Colts competition. And it's the league leaders, South Fremantle, leading by 50 points. The players and umpires are back out on the ground. Third quarter certainly be very telling as to where the game is at. Having said that, the second quarter told a massive story with a 6-goal-to-1 term in favour of South Fremantle. Peel Thunder getting their only goal through Trent Robinson, who has been largely hemmed in the first half. He only held to just 3 disposals. The South Fremantle backline working overtime, but really was their engine room in the middle that has set up South Fremantle's dominant momentum in this game this evening. Second half underway at Lane Group Stadium. 9-5 plays 1-3. It's out of the centre. Showing his desperation there was Tassie Faithful. He got wrapped up in a tackle. Ball up. Edwards doing the ruck work. Tackle by Pringle. Forces another stoppage. Edwards in front position, lost out to Day. Putting his head down, Pringle. Gang tackle. Another repeat stoppage. Alongside the centre circle. Edwards getting into front position. Day wins the loose ball, swooping handball over the top. Leading in the foot race is the South Fremantle player in Douglas. And he got held without the football by Gillett, and he's got the free kick as Douglas on right centre wing here at Lane Group Stadium. Going to cover a lot of distance with this kick. Up towards right half forward, 2-on-1. Players spilling the mark. It's gathered out the back by Bryce Pauly. Threw it onto his boot. Had a bit of time and space to keep on running. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full. Bo Falluna's got the free kick on the right back pocket for Peel Thunder. Short ball. It's marked brilliantly on the chest by McCann, who been asked to get a move on. In fact, that's Davidson, I should say. Well, the pressure certainly had an effect on his kick. Whelan. His handball chopped up by Nicholas Allen, and now the Bulldogs penetrating the forward 50. Kick off hands. It comes to Nicholas Allen. Around the body he goes. Not going to make the distance, and an awkward bounce doesn't favour Matera. And content to rush that one through was the Peel player. Copped a face full of goalposts there. And he's okay, he's back on his feet. 9-6. Plays 1-3. Favour of South Fremantle. It's a margin 51 points. Davidson again under pressure. His kick falls into the hands of Stewart. He can run on. Kick with the left foot. And miss again. Peel Thunder letting themselves off the hook again, but look at that margin. More than a few let-offs for the scoreboard to balloon out like that. 9-7 to 1-3. Out of the back pocket, down towards half-back. Fenton again spilling a simple mark. Douglas is there, picking up the scraps. Kicks long to the tip of the goal square. Howard running back with a flight, couldn't take the mark. Waiting down was Davidson. He goes by hand to Tuck under pressure. Just gets clear. Now a chance for Whelan. Good shepherd too by his teammate. Centering ball, Pringle has to play on it. There was a bit of a touch off the boot. Fenton with the left foot, front of our broadcast position, 1-on-1. Tap on there by Lakias towards Edwards. He's under pressure there from Howard. There's going to be a boundary throw-in. (9-7) plays 1-3. Just checking out the WAFL YouTube channel for the first time. Thanks very much for your company on this chilly Friday night here in the West. Getting on the end of it is Vanderhoek, who kicked one of South Fremantle's goals in the second term. He kicks him board to a 2-on-1. Hunt was in front there. Extra number was Nicholas Allen for South Fremantle. Receiving end of that tackle, Bo Falloon. We'll have a ball up inside the centre square. Big lead from Day. Hasn't he been brilliant this game? Allen goes by hand. Day got back to his feet in time. Here's Hunt. Off a step. Kicks long towards full forward. Reeling it in nicely with the one hand. Here's the tall defender in the cough. And again, Peel able to find some space on the near side. And again, these spilled marks, the basics, Peel are just not doing right at the moment. And again, they're flirting with danger. Davidson, he gets run down by Douglas. And it's holding the ball. South Fremantle just playing the fundamentals a lot better in this game. The scoreboard really telling. South Fremantle have dominated everywhere, and there's still a long way in this game to go. Douglas up to his 12th disposal, kicks long towards the forward pocket, 2 targets presenting. This ball from behind came from Fenton, we'll have a throw in. Don't forget 2 games taking place tomorrow in round 7. Claremont play East Perth at Revo Fitness Stadium, and Swan Districts play host to Subiaco at Steel Blue Oval. Both games starting at around about 9 o'clock tomorrow. Both are big games, no doubt about that, as Allen is taken to ground. James Whelan applying the tackle. Will ball get up inside the 50. South Fremantle really been getting a lot of penetration in that forward 50. Balloon with a big fist. Again, South Fremantle had players out the front of the ball, but getting desperate there was Ward. He's wrapped up by Parsons. We'll do it again. Edwards and Day. Territory game being dominated by South Fremantle, but Peel will look to reel them in. Not if Douglas has anything to do about it. He gets gang tackled, ball spills loose, waiting out the back. The 2 Peel players, and now they can get things moving. Ball down the line, intended for McCann. He's under pressure. Ward needs to back him up, and he does. Can go by hand to McCann, centering ball inside the square. Not a good kick though. Putting his head down was Pringle, sent Heyman flying to the ground. Again, they see the ball come loose. In the foot race, Russell. Overrunning it there was McAuliffe. Against South Fremantle, it's with their sheer weight in numbers. They're able to win back possession. Watch out, Godwin. Huge bevy of Peel players coming in to stop him in his tracks. Lakias, long ball out towards a vacant goal square. It's going to bounce through. I think it has. It's a goal. Austin Lakias gets one from nothing. And he gets the first goal of the second half. Well, luck's a fortune sometimes in football. Austin Lakias headed towards goal off a couple of steps. He was about 60 to 65 out. And he got the lucky bounce. And was just able to clear the line for Peel's second goal of the night. They go to 2-3-15. South Fremantle 9-7-61. And in the other game, that's taking place tonight, Mineral Resources Park. Perth playing host to West Perth. It's half time over there. West Perth leading 6-3-39. Perth 3-6-24. So a 15-point lead to the Falcons over the Demons. Back in the centre here at Mandurah. Vanderhoek. Good combination there with himself and Allen. Being him back in. Peel Thunder just applying a little bit of forward pressure here, but the Bulldogs eventually getting the kick away. The umpire almost got in the way of the ball there, but Davidson does well. Gets the loose ball and wheels onto that right foot. His kick into space. He went looking for Edwards, but he went wanting. And again, South Fremantle's backline swoop in and turn it over. Long kick towards half forward. Waiting down at the back was Pringle. He immediately gets mown down, but a little hard. High tackle there against Hayden. McKenna Pringle has got the free kick in the defensive 50. Wants up a short option. McCann. Looks down the line to a contest. Big fly from Robinson. He's been very quiet tonight by his lofty standards. Lakias, who kicked the last goal. Peel Thunder just doing all they can to send it forward, but just the pressure everywhere by South Fremantle has been ruthless. Lasso signal made. Last touch out of bounds. Free kick going for the Bulldogs as we await the ball to be retrieved. Chase Vanderhoek, nearly up to 20. Puts up a lead. And it's well honoured. 32 more disposals South Fremantle have got over Peel at the present time. Long kick towards the forward side and playing in front. It's Tuck, that's a brilliant mark. Tuck looking for options. They've often relied on switching it up to the far side. But at some point, they're going to have to play it down the line here. They want to take the risk if they're to get back into this game. They need to honour some leads. At the moment, Hunt is not seeing them, but he'll get closer to goal because that's a 50-metre penalty. Too close to the mark there for the umpire's liking. And so that'll bring Daniel Hunt a bit closer to the forward 50. He's going to have it about 55. There's some leads in the forward line, but they're being well covered. So Hunt's going to have to back himself. Long kick goes looking for Robinson. Goes up the big man and takes the mark. Well, when he's in full flight, Trent Robinson's hard to stop. Hasn't had one of his best games so far. That was just a great strong mark, and that's his strength. Those overhead marks in the pack, he can crash through them. At 194 centimetres, he's a big unit. For his second goal. And for the first 2 goals of the quarter, Trent Robinson, he's 15 metres out. He's got it. Robinson has 2, and Peel, they have 2 for the quarter. Great conversion by Trent Robinson. He's got 2 goals in this game. If Peel Thunder are to make some sort of a comeback, they're going to have Robinson at his best. A few loud cheers there and chants by the fans. They seem to be enjoying themselves this Friday night. $40 points the margin, 9-7 to 3-3. Edwards with a big thump. Comes to Ward. High ball towards half forward. In from the side there, McCann. Didn't get a finger to it. Tap on there by Lakias. And now Ward getting involved. Amongst the coalface. Right in the thick of it there is Martin. We'll have a ball up. Edwards from the side. Martin again. It's not going anywhere further. Edwards again. Trying to get the palm down. Tackle made by Vanderhoek. Fremantle not giving Peel any daylight at the moment. Their pressure on the ball carrier has been immense all night thus far. Parsons out to Hayden. His handball almost chopped off. Great recovery there. Noah Hayden trying hard. Gang tackle. Ball spills out. Here's Noble. Written into the ground. Ball it up. Half distance has been reached in this third quarter. 3-3 plays 9-7. Loose ball's there to be won. At the coalface, Parsons under pressure from Ward. Good desperation shown there. Just inches from the paint of 50. Have another ball up. Edwards again. Getting a lot of hit outs, but not good vantage, would be fair to say. Parsons gets wrapped up. I will toss it up again. 26 hit outs to 23 in favour of Peel Thunder. 22 of them courtesy of Oliver Edwards. Loose ball. Peel Thunder doing everything they can to surge deeper into their attacking 50, but South Fremantle likewise doing everything they can to clear it. Pete Stompage is inside 50, really keeping Peel Thunder at bay. South Fremantle not scored a goal in this third term, but they still have a very sizable cushion. Russell from the boundary. Robertson! He's now starting to come into the game. Trent Robertson. Big marking player again. Like that last goal that he scored, it was set up by a big pack mark. Was able to use his great leap. He's got a good vertical leap on him. And he made those big hands stick. Almost a bit like Stewie Lowe-esque hands, the former St Kilda player. Made a big name for himself in the 80s and 90s. Trent Robinson slots it home. That's number 3. And Peel have the only 3 goals of this third quarter. Robinson starting to catch fire. Those chance might be for Robertson. He's got a good fan club here at the Peel Thunder Football Club. And he's kicked 3 goals for the game. Peel Thunder have the only 3 goals of the quarter. They're starting to get into gear now. But it's all about sustaining it. South Fremantle can get a bit of an answer in this third quarter. If they can get a reply, that just might be a bit of a steadier with the way the game is being played at the moment. That address from Stephen Thompson, the Peel coach, must have had some effect. But it's South Fremantle that could win it out of the centre. Vanderhoek out to Day. Penetrating kick with that left foot up towards half forward. 1-on-1. Great mark by Davidson. Good use of the body. Piercing ball down the line. Finds Lakias. And now Pringle. Left foot. Not his best kick. That's out of bounds on the full. That just broke the chain. Peel are looking to set up a chain out of defence into attack. You do not want to have what you do not want to have. If I can get my tongue back into gear. Don't want to break any link in that chain. Tuck on the second grab. Marks on left half back. The kick again. Just missing the target. Clark was the one he was going for. Vanderhoek drops it short, not 15. Stannard centres it. And the settling mark comes in from Dylan Noble. Noble's been good so far. Very serviceable. That kick was a ripper. Howard goes to a 1-on-1. Ball from behind. Bulldogs waiting down up front. One of them there was Xavier Allen. Peel will get the loose ball through McCann. The delivery, not bad because Pringle had some backup. And they clear that defensive 50. 2 Peel Thunder players around the football. One of them was Russell, and he's marked on right half back. In fact, that's Hildebrand, I should say. Sends it long, down the line. 3-on-1. Out the back there was Freight. So it sounded it's going to be a high tackle. And that's against Peel Thunder player in McCann. And a Bulldog player. That's Day. That is not so good. Day getting help from the ground at the hands of the trainers. Down the line, the Bulldogs go to a contest. Players fly. McCoff just slipped over at the worst possible moment. Smith kept on running after it. Lakias does well to take possession, but then gets gang tackled. We'll ball it up right on the paint of 50 for South Fremantle. Steady on his feet, Walter. Hurried kick, clearing the 50. Getting on the end of it is Clark. Clark handball almost into space. Great tackle by Vanderhoek, a little high. However, McKenna Pringle has got the free kick. 7.5 minutes to go before three-quarter time. Peel have got the only 3 goals of the quarter. After South Fremantle broke the game open in their favour with a 6-goal-to-1 second term. Peel just trying to take away South Fremantle's run and attack here. But having said that, it's been the Bulldogs' forward pressure that has set up most of their goals. Whelan's got the ball on the back pocket, on the outer side. He sends it long. 2-on-1. Using the body brilliantly there was Bryce Paulley. And it sets up an opportunity for Godwin. Whistle has sounded. And the ball's going to be brought back. As it turned out, Godwin exceeded his quota of 15 steps. Peel Thunder have a chance now to rappel back toward their forward half. Again, they're being forced back again. They're relying on that switch so much. You can only do it for so long that you turn the ball over and you concede an easy goal. Davidson. You can hear the groans from the fans as well, telling him just play it down the line. That's what you need to do. Lakias on the third grab. Taking the mark. Settles the nerves a little bit. No leads presenting, so he's going to have to go down the line. You've got to take the risk. Long ball up towards half forward. Robinson got the fist from behind. And again, the Bulldogs looking to thread through the corridor. McAuliffe, hospital hand pass to his teammate, and that is going to be holding the ball. Great desperation being shown by McKenna Pringle. And 50. Not getting off Pringle. Not letting him take his kick. That little moment that could make a bit of a difference in this game. Parsons making a bit of a mistake there. A bit of a lapse here that will allow McKenna Pringle to stroll in. He'll kick from about 30 to 35 metres out. He's being told where to keep that line. And he's almost directly in front. For the fourth goal of this third quarter for Peel Thunder. And to get the margin to less than 30 points. McKenna Pringle has kicked a valuable goal for Peel Thunder. They're starting to close in with 5 minutes remaining. So off the back of the 50-metre penalty, McKenna Pringle has converted in front of goal. Had 19 touches 2 weeks ago in that win over East Perth. He's up to 12. Now down to 28 points. Peel Thunder starting to make this a bit of a contest. South Fremantle, if they can get at least one goal in the next 4 minutes, then that'll just steady the ship and settle the nerves. Because at the moment, while they've been getting a lot of the possession and their midfield is fired, it's been rather timid in this third quarter. Have they taken their foot off the gas and played safe too early? We saw the same thing with West Perth a few weeks ago when they had a massive lead and they blew it. Let's hope for South Fremantle's sake they don't do a West Perth and blow a big lead, because Peel Thunder are playing with great desperation, perhaps in that passage a little too much, as Gilla gets pinged for a trip and the free kick is going the way of the Bulldogs. 9-7 to 5-3. Long ball down the line. They're taking the risk to a contest. Off the hands. Great weight there from Paulie. Sends this one long towards full forward. With the fist, Matera sends it over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in the forward pocket. These two wins Peel Thunder have had in the lead up to this game. One thing in common as well, for what it's worth, Mitch Sterling has not been there. No Mitch Sterling at all in their last two games. So, considering that they've come back, that's a really big plus for Peel Thunder. Coming back from 50 down, at just about half the deficit, almost. Handball brilliantly smothered by Faithful. We'll have a throw in. As I said before, South Fremantle, not going to sound like a broken record, but if they get the next goal, and that'll certainly settle the nerves for Matty Rogers and the players. Andrew throwing on right centre wing. Edwards got the palm down. Into space. Overrunning it there was McCann. Getting a hurried kick there was the Peel player in Ward. But a great mark going back. Heyman. He's been very serviceable tonight. Centering ball. Noble on the burst. Can go over the top. He'll get it back. Oh, got dispossessed. Now the pressure is on. Peel numbers converging at the coalface, and they're going to emerge with it. Brilliant play by Peel Thunder as Ward steadies with the left foot. Just unable to mop it down was McCann, putting Hayden under pressure to go for the handball. Steady on his feet there was Tuck, as McCann is taken out of it by Godwin and gets a shove by Faithful to go on with. McCann pleading for the free kick there, but the umpire's not having a bar of it. Less than 2 minutes to go before three-quarter time. It's been a very good turnaround by Peel Thunder. 4-0 in this quarter. South Fremantle have only kicked two behinds. Can Peel Thunder maintain it, or will South Fremantle come out of the three-quarter time break ferocious? Because they've looked rather timid in this third term. Free kick going the way in the meantime to Godwin, or is it? The umpire's conferring. It'll be a throw-in. Umpire's having a bit of consultation there. They're being called back in for a throw-in on right centre wing. We've got a minute remaining. Edwards jostling for position there with Day. Tackle made by Parsons. We'll ball it up. Clock continuing to tick away. 28 points to margin. It was 50 at half-time. Palm down by Edwards. Loose ball's there to be won. Won by Russell, who gets gang tackled. And Faithful gives another South Fremantle player one to go on with. And it's going to be on here. It is going to be on. Make no bones about it. It's been very tense all night. It's one point where the penny's going to drop and the tension's going to explode. I just have this feeling. There's the siren. Three-quarter time here at Lane Group Stadium. Well, Peel Thunder have cut that sizable deficit of 50 down to 28. But make no mistake about it, this game is not over yet. South Fremantle, they only scored 2 points in that quarter, and again, a little bit of pushing and shoving. The umpires will have to get there very promptly to restore order. And to their credit, they do as the teams go back into their huddles. It was 50 points at half-time. It's 28 points now in favour of South Fremantle. Big final quarter coming up on the WAFL YouTube channel. It's the Bulldogs leading Peel by 28. We'll be back with the final quarter after the break.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell them if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
Welcome back to Lane Group Stadium as the teams get themselves set for the final term. It's South Fremantle, the league leaders, leading 9-7-61 to 5-3-33. South Fremantle looking to go 6 wins out of 6 in the 2026 EGT WAFL Colts season. For Peel Thunder, should they stage another miracle comeback like they did a couple of weeks ago, round 5 against West Perth, and they'll go up into the 5. But if South Fremantle get the job done and able to sustain this lead, but keep at it after a timid third term, and obviously it'll be East Perth that'll remain in the 5. East Perth, keep in mind, have got second place Claremont tomorrow, and that should be a great game of intrigue. Away we go. Final term underway. Day and Edwards. First clearance all but vital in this game, and it's going to be South Fremantle that'll deliver it through McAuliffe. Kicks high and long towards right half forward. Numbers favour Peel Thunder. They get an even spread here. South Fremantle. Hunt able to insert himself into the contest. Great tackling by the Bulldogs, and will ball it up. Leading possession getters, Davidson with 24 and Whelan with 17, while for South Fremantle, Vanderhoek with 22 and 16 for McAuliffe. Brent Robinson came into the game in the third term with a couple of goals. That makes it 3 for the game. And Jai Hunt, who was very quiet in the third quarter, has also got a bag of 3. Godwin eludes James Money. Wheels onto that right foot, up towards right half forward. Ball spills free, inside 50. Chance for the Bulldogs, a snap towards an open goal. It's missed. That was Jai Hunt again. Looking for goal number 4. Not able to steer it through. On the run, Whelan needs to get rid of it in time. He does, and now Peel clear the defensive 50. They're going to go through the corridor here. They've really explored that area. Big mark in the one-on-one. Dangerous ball. Faithful. He's got the mark. With the left foot. Penetrating kick up towards full forward. Robinson the leading target. Hacked off the ground. Noble might be in trouble. Oh, great thieving effort there from Gilla. Keeping it alive for the Thunder. Money gets written into the ground. Umpire calls play on. At least they're letting them get on with the game, which is a good sign. Big fist from behind. Waiting down there was McCann. Handball asked a lot of his teammate there in Whelan. He mows down Nicholas Allen, will ball it up. On right centre wing, Edwards and Howard. He's getting hands to it. Clark as well. We've got gang tackled in the end. The numbers game winning out for South Fremantle. It's in front of our broadcast position. Howard got a fingertip. Douglas, receiving end. Edwards got a finger. Douglas goes by hand to Howard. On that right foot, it's a long ball. Players going down. Unable to get a boot to it was Parsons, and now the pressure's been invited on by the Thunder all of a sudden. South Fremantle need to get some numbers into the coalface. Pringle does well to apply the tackle, ball it up. The South Fremantle have got it back in their forward territory. When going inside 50, they looked rather timid in the third quarter. To any surprise, didn't really show as much of the polish that we saw in the first and second quarters, in which they kicked 9 goals to 1. But to Peel Thunder's credit, they've made the margin a little more respectable. And they go on with it, or will South Fremantle be able to get back into the groove? Gilla sends it long towards half forward. Huge contest. Robinson was in front. Ball spills free. Peel with the numbers. Handball comes to Faithful. He slips over. Well done there by Stannard, keeping his feet. Out to Heyman. Heyman kicks long and honouring. Trajectory of Nicholas Allen, who marks. Here comes Godwin. Zigging and zagging. With the left foot. High ball. Inside 50. Great use of the body there by Hildebrandt. And he marks. Takes the game to the near side. Can Gilla keep it in? No, he can't. Did he get a finger to it? No, he didn't. Playing on is Vanderhoek, taking his chance. And the free kick's going to be paid. There was some contact in the end. It's in favour of Smith, and it's going to be 50 as well. 50 metres against Falloon. The fans not too pleased with that one, but I'm afraid I have to go along with that. That was a step or two too late. Jasper Smith will step up. He's going to get on with it. Open goal, and he slots it through. Jasper Smith, he's got his second, and the Bulldogs with their first of the second half. Well, if the Bulldogs were able to kick the next goal, it certainly would be one that settles the nerves. And it may not be in the best circumstances from their point of view, but a goal's a goal nonetheless. Jasper Smith getting his second goal. South Fremantle stretched a lead back out to 35 points. 10-8 to 5-3 on Friday Night Football. Get back to the centre. Edwards up against Howard. We haven't seen Darcy Day on the field since early in the third quarter. Let's hope he's okay. Stoppage on the edge of the centre circle. Edwards got a hand to it. Strong tackling here by South Fremantle. This could be rewarded. And it will. Holding the ball, it's going to fall in favour of Kobe Douglas. He's alongside the centre circle. Elects to play on. Goes for a dash across the centre square. Sends it long up towards full forward. Goes only as far as Whelan, who takes another good intercept mark. That's his 10th mark of this encounter. The ball's gone down his way a lot, but he's been able to involve himself in those contests. So, got to give him credit, but the kick is not a good one. Smith got his hands to it. We'll have a boundary throw-in on right half forward. The other game that is in progress, West Perth have started off this second half quite well, in fact. They've kicked 3 goals to 2, and the margin's up to 20 points in favour of West Perth over Perth at Mineral Resources Park. That's the other game being played on this Friday night. Get as well full round of WAFL W. You can see on the official WAFL YouTube channel. That begins tomorrow morning, and that's down here at Lane Group Stadium when Peel Thunder host East Perth. Those two sides met in round 1, and East Perth came from behind and won by a couple of points. And this Colts game, certainly anything but a close affair, and again, the tackling. Been nothing short of tremendous. In this case, it was Peel Thunder. Got the free kick for holding the ball, and they're going to work their way back to the defensive 50. And that's really been the way Peel have played this game. Enst, short to McCoff. McCoff looking for targets, but none are really presenting to him. He has to go long down the line. Oh, big mark over the top. That is a wonderful mark over the pack, judging his lead to perfection. And that's going to be 50. Goodness gracious me. Very inauspicious 50-metre penalty there. This will give Peel a chance to steer themselves clear through that marking man, Robertson. Now, he's a long kick. He is a long kick. Back him usually from this distance. Maybe in these conditions a bit too far out, but you never know. Giving it a big one toward the forward pocket. In front there was Martin, but good defence shown there by South Fremantle. Boundary throw in the forward pocket. Peel Thunder have got it where they want it, but at a stage in the game where they've really got to up in the intensity, lift in their scoreboard pressure. About 20 metres out from their scoring zone. Might be a chance here. Money, looping handball to Ward from the boundary line. Has he done it? Oh my goodness! Tom Ward, he's pulled off the impossible. What a goal from Tom Ward. Could that spark the Thunder? Receiving the handball from Money, and then from the opposite pocket with the right foot, if you don't mind. That is a highlight of the night. You can bet your bottom dollar. $6,339 to $10,868. It's back to 29 points. It's gotten a little interesting once again now. Back in the centre. Getting the palm down was Walter. Hacked off the ground. Hacked off a second time. Inside 50. Godwin again, he has been brilliant. You got to love watching him when he's at full pace. Vanderhoek over the top. Whistle is sounded. It's a throw. And taking the free kick is Tom Ward, who kicked that impossible goal from the pocket. Got it on right centre wing. 15 minutes remaining in this matchup. Big thanks to Amy for supporting WA football. From Subiaco to Singleton, they're here for WA footy. Robinson with the big lead, couldn't hang on. Clark gets hands to it. Here's a chance for Peel. Robinson throws it onto his boot. He's missed. They're giving themselves every chance here. 6,440 to 10,868. It's 28 points. It's not impossible, but time is certainly going to be the essence. South Fremantle, I said before three-quarter time, if they're to get the next goal, it'll settle the nerves. But they didn't get a goal in the third quarter. They did have Jasper Smith bob up and kick one at the 5-minute mark, but the next one will be critical. Long ball from Noah Hayden to the outer side. In front was Gwalter. Great work by Gwalter. Now Peel again are going to surge forward. Probing kick inside the 50. Whistle is sounded. There's some holding on. Hill player being held in front. That was Tiger Martin. Hayden pleading his case, but the umpire's not having a bar of it. Spotted the free kick. Martin did have a hand tugging on his jump up. And so for Peel, a chance to make it 22 points. He's about 35 metres out. Drop punt. There's still a bit of hope for Peel. Beautiful kick from Tiger Martin. Slotting that one through with great ease. They've come from 50 points down at half-time. They've made the margin very respectable. South Fremantle, they again have looked rather timid and lacking that polish that they had in that first half when they won almost every centre clearance and were able to get plenty of marking players inside forward 50. But in the second half, they seem to have lost their way. Peel Thunder, they've come out of the half-time break a more polished side. It's all about sustaining it, though. 22 points is the margin. South Fremantle need the next goal just to settle it down. Give themselves a bit of reassurance as tackle made by Gilla forces a stoppage. On the end of it, Stannard, and now Vanderhoek sends this one long towards half forward. Big fist from behind. Players overrunning it. One of them there was Hunt, who's gone awfully quiet after half-time. Dispossessed there was Parsons. Play on, says the umpire. Down goes Whelan. Players converging at the coalface. Stannard wrapping up Whelan. Ball up will be the call. About 60 metres out from goal. This time Bryce Pauly in the ruck for South Fremantle. They surge inside 50. They don't go further. Just inside the paint of 50. Hurried kick up towards the centre square. Again, South Fremantle emerge with possession. Overrunning it was Howard. Now Parsons tries to get past Drew Clark. Just couldn't do so. He got wrapped up in a very ferocious tackle. Parsons, let's hope he's okay, just maybe cramping up a little bit. Only the 7 disposal, so he's had a quiet night. Again, hacked off the ground in mid-air. Vanderhoek. Throws it onto his boot. They need a marking player. He'll have two numbers waiting down at the back. One of them is tucked. That's a good ball. And it finds Oliver Edwards. Long ball to a contest. Even numbers. Reading it well there was Hunt. South Fremantle. They had a few more numbers out the back. One of them was Dylan Noble, just shoving his opponent out of the way. It's a boundary throw in. Fletcher Hildebrand right in the thick of things. 10 minutes remaining. 22 points the margin. Big fist away. Pringle, well stood up in the tackle. Handball over the top. Will Clark runs into a brick wall. Umpire calls play on. Quick release by Vanderhoek. Out to Allen. Allen zigs and zags. Eventually gets rid of it to Hamon. The pressure is on again. McCann does well. He stood well up in the tackle. Probing kick towards the forward pocket. Robinson the intended target, but great spoil from behind. Deep in defence. Caden Freight will have a boundary throw in on right half forward for Peel. Another thump from Edwards. Hawley does likewise. Handball again intercepted. Faithful. Up and under kick. Inside 50. Using the body, Martin couldn't reel it in. Quick release into space. Gilla. Faithful. With the left foot. Using the body well there, Brooks. South Fremantle have an extra number. Heyman dragged off it without the football. The umpire saw that one from 16 miles away. It'll be a free kick going Heyman's way. Margin 22 points. If you've just logged into the WAFL YouTube channel, that's your home of WAFL Colts football and WAFL W in 2026. Heyman down the line towards centre wing. Numbers in front for Peel. Again, they emerge with it. Long ball towards half forward. Fist came in. And now Peel can drive themselves forward. Robinson the target. Almost a mark there from Freight. Here come Peel. Brooks. He's going to be pinged for holding the ball. A great goal-saving tackle by Zach Godwin. He has been sensational for South Fremantle tonight. Not just his run and carry, but his desperation. Certainly put him in as one of South Fremantle's best five tonight. He only had the 16 disposals, but just his involvement in the contest and his pace off the half-back line has been brilliant as South Fremantle clear the defensive 50 and find a marking player in Bryce Paulley. Short to that man, Godwin. As Paulley on for the handball, he goes to him and Paulley goes long to the centre square, but not an effective kick. It's Whelan who marks. Finds a lead to Honour. McCann. He's looking for more. Time's ticking away. Long kick. Robertson the target. No mark. Here's Money. Goes with the outside of the boot. It's bending back and he's kicked the goal. That's another one for Peel Thunder. And they're still alive. The margin is now down to 16 points. As we see on the replay, ball spills to the front of the pack. Money front and square, got the crumbs. And another spectacular goal. You saw Ward earlier kick one from the boundary, almost at a similar angle, a bit further in distance. And Money was right on the money there. 8-4 to 10-8 here at Lane Group Stadium. Things becoming really desperate now for South Fremantle. They not only need to apply plenty of pressure on the ball carrier, but they also need the next goal. We've been saying that for a quarter and 5 minutes. Walter with the palm down. Oh, great tackle there. That is a brilliant tackle. McAuliffe, he's got the free kick for holding the ball. That's what South Fremantle were looking for. He's going to play on. Piercing ball inside 50. Just from behind, just misjudging the lead. Douglas spills to ground. Strong tackle there from Enst, will ball it up. Six minutes to go here at Lane Group Stadium. It's been One very interesting game. It was 50 points at half-time, and it's now down to 16 as Hunt picks that one across his body, and a spectacular mark. Hayden was in a stationary position in that one-on-one, but then just lifted the feet up, took off, and made it stick with those safe hands. And can have a chance to seal the deal for South Fremantle, although their second half has been very suspect. They can give themselves some valuable relief. We'll get a good look at this kick. I don't believe it. Folks, I don't believe it. If that's not a let-off for any side, I don't know what will. I don't know what is. But there's still time. 5 minutes remaining. South Fremantle, they've hemmed Peel in. That's great play by Allen. Onto the left foot. Slews off the side of his boot. Two players going up for the same ball, and it's Vanderhoek that's got the mark. Vanderhoek from 75 metres out, sends it long. Whoa, big fly from behind. No mark to Howard. Chance now for Douglas. He's pinged for holding the ball. And he's suffering from a bit of late game cramp as well. Certainly one of attrition, no doubt about that. Short ball. Hill, they can't afford to waste any time here. Margin 17 points, so it may seem out of reach, but it may seem out of reach now. Hayden off a step with the left foot. One-on-one. Well done there by Whelan, playing in front. The second effort was just as good. Well done, James Whelan, brilliantly done. Long ball towards centre wing. Waiting down at the back was Brooks. Now Fremantle trying to get a clearing kick away. Surging forward uphill. What a mark! That is a tremendous mark. Foster Scherzer. He's been very quiet all night, but you need moments like that to make a difference for your side. Short ball finding Noble. Noah Hayden. 10 disposals so far. They're chewing up a bit of time, and that's something they would want to do. Especially when Peel ran rampant in that last quarter. In this last quarter, they've kicked 7 of the last 8 goals in the second half, so they made the margin respectable, but as far as South Fremantle are concerned, they're leaving their fans very confused. Big pack of players converging at the coalface will ball it up. And a little bit of how do you do between players of both teams. Ball spills to ground. Can does well, but even better there, Bryce Pauly, but even better. This time Lakia sends it long up towards right half forward. It bounces inside 50. And the lasso signal will not be made as it is inside 50. It's going to be a boundary throw-in. Two and a half minutes to go. It suggests time has run out. But strange things have happened in football. Big thump from Edwards. But the sanctuary of the boundary line will be Godwin's best friend on this occasion. We'll have a boundary throw-in. It would seem that South Fremantle have just about done enough. They led by 50 points at half-time, but they didn't really go on with it. They only kicked 1 goal after the long break. Here's a chance for Peel. McCann. He hooks it back with the left foot. Bounces through for a behind. Two minutes remaining. 10-9 to 8-5. Noble just pops that one high for his teammate Hayden. Wobbly kick towards centre wing. Stannard and Russell in the foot race. Stannard won it out, but he got brought to ground. Handball able to accommodate Allen, who goes off the deck. Here comes Davidson. In fact, that's Tuck, I should say. Hill again, urging with the football. Fenton able to dispose of it, but the last touch rule is in effect. Free kick will go the way of the Bulldogs. They've only kicked 1 goal in the second half, but they'll get the points. But it'd be fair to say Matthew Rogers won't be delighted with that second half. 1 goal they kicked. They could get another here. Howard from the boundary. Doesn't register a score. It's out of bounds on the full. We hit the last minute of this game. 6 wins out of 6 for South Fremantle. It's been an impressive start to the season. But no doubt they'll want to look at this game and say, you would have gotten on with it and maybe maintain that 50-point margin. But it's a credit to Peel Thunder for their capacity and the fact that they were able to come back. Okay, maybe not get to within a goal, but make the margin a little more respectable. In the meantime, it's a high tackle against Godwin. Free kick will go his way. We count down the final seconds as Godwin sends it long towards full forward. Huge pack of players, but going up is Whelan. He's had a brilliant half. That's his 14th mark in the back line. His kick toward the corridor was a bit of a wobbler. Hayden and Artis taken to ground. But Fallion's able to get rid of it. As the seconds tick down. Faithful takes the mark with the left foot, and there's the siren. No elation from the South Fremantle coach. Well, he may have a little smile with the 4 points, but he'll be nonplussed about that second half. As South Fremantle led by 50 points, they nearly blew the entire lead, but they let Peel somehow get back into the game. They got to within 16 points, Peel, to their credit. A 7-goal-to-1 second half, not enough. It was that first half that set up the victory. South Fremantle have made it 6 wins out of 6 and continue their unbeaten run so far in the EGT WAFL Colts season of 2026. 10-9-69 to 8-5-53. It's a margin of 16 points. No doubt South Fremantle would walk away from this game feeling a little flat, considering that they had led by 50 points and didn't go on with it. Leading possession getters for both sides. First off for the victorious Bulldogs, Vanderhoek was impressive with 29. Stannard with 18, Godwin with 19, and 14 for Dylan Noble. For Peel Thunder, Davidson with 29, he led the charge. Whelan with 27, and 17 for Tom Ward, including that freak goal. Speaking of goals, Hunt kicked 3, 2 each to Matera and Howard, while for Peel Thunder, Trent Robinson was their leading goal kicker with 3 goals. Colts action continues tomorrow on the official WAFL YouTube channel. Both games starting in the morning at exactly 9 o'clock. It's Claremont taking on East Perth from Revo Fitness Stadium. And from Steel Blue Oval at 9:15, it is Swan Districts battling Subiaco. Those 2 games should be real crackers tomorrow to begin the Saturday action. Tonight, it was South Fremantle winning their 6th straight game and continuing their unbeaten run. They have defeated a gutsy and desperate Peel Thunder by 16 points here at Lane Group Stadium. 10-9-69 to 8-5-53. Thanks so much for your company tonight from Lane Group Stadium. My name's Paul Persick. Have a wonderful weekend of footy. We'll see you for more Colts action tomorrow.
Running through the last of my thoughts.